Alright, y'all boys, I got on a red do-rag with a blue sweater. Feel free to roast me in the comments. I'm honestly asking for it at this point. But yo, what's good with you guys? My name is Fan and we are back with some more shenanigans today on Destiny 2. Now, before I get too far along, I want to give a shout to all the new people who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate all the support. Everyone has been showing love on my past couple of videos and just in general on my channel, man. I really appreciate you guys. So we're going to keep the content going. We're going to keep the grind going, man. And if you already been rocking with me, welcome back to another video, my guy. Now check this out. Look, I'm convinced this look, we've had this discussion before. Bungie does not care about PvP as much as they say they do. We've had this discussion at least like 4 times on this channel already. For some reason, all right, let me rewind it back right quick. So I was playing comp earlier, right? And we all know the new comp playlist is just a bunch of crackheadery. I'm not gonna lie, that junk did not pan out the way I thought it was going to. But basically, I end up in a rift match and everybody on the opposing team was using god dang DMT, man. Now, when I play comp, I normally play freelance, and for some reason, Bungie just loves to give me all the crackhead blueberries. I never play PvP a day in their life. Because how is it that I regularly get smacked in comp? I mean, yes, I win matches, of course. I think I'm like gold 1 or something like that, nothing crazy. How is it that on a regular basis, on a consistent weekly to monthly basis, that when I play comp or any kind of freelance playlist, I consistently get the most crackhead of blueberries on my squad? I swear, I load up into a match and I'm fighting the Avengers and the Justice League combined for some reason. And the only superpower I have is to stinking run in slow motion. I have a goofy superpower, then I got 2 civilians on my team that never held a gun a day in their life, and I'm over here fighting the Hulk, Thor, and Superman all at once. Now, y'all boys, here's the thing. When I play comp, I'm not really complaining about the matches being sweaty. That's like the least of my problems. I'm expecting the matches to be sweaty. Yeah, that's not what I'm getting at. But dude, can I spawn? Can I please spawn? Is there any kind of way I can spawn without someone already bomb rushing me from some freaking angle already? Like, please. Now, we were playing Rift, right? And we were down 2-1, and we ended up tying it 2-2, right? As soon as we tied the match, these crackheads on the enemy team, keep in mind, this is freelance, by the way, they all put on DMT. Now, DMT in and of itself, it's had a weird cycle of nerfs. Or nerfs and buffs and fixes or whatever, because technically the last thing they did wasn't a buff, it was like a fix that made it annoying. I don't know. Whatever the case was, whatever they did to DMT recently just made it super annoying, because now everyone's just hitting headshots that they shouldn't be hitting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm using controller and I'm over here like mapping people with this gun now. It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, the concept of the gun already, you know, was some, you know, BS-ery anyway, but now the fact that I'm shooting people in their chest and it's registering as a headshot doesn't help either. The entire enemy team threw on DMT and that completely destroyed the entire flow of the match. DMT is one of those guns. It's one of those guns that break any normal engagement. Like, you can't have a normal engagement against somebody using DMT. It's always some foolery going on. You had a Titan with Lion Ramparts flowing up in the air, shooting everybody and whatever. Then, since it's a scout rifle, technically, people start playing in the back of the map and whatever, and that just, you know, just makes for stupid gameplay in general. But then you got people in the back of the map with scout. Like, look at this guy just flowing up in the air. You got people in the back of the map floating. You got people in the back of the map with barricades shooting over, you know, the little rally barricade. And then to combat it, you know, it's kind of hard to combat a full team of DMTs unless you're using some kind of cheese too. So of course, you know, we threw it on. Now everyone, you know, to hit a line of crack, we're all some crackheads, you know, in Destiny 2, just looking stupid. Now look, when it comes to Destiny 2, when it comes to comp or any kind of, like, you know, competitive playlist, or, you know, quotation marks competitive playlist, hey, look, use what you gotta use to win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't blame you. I would be lying if I was saying that this gun wasn't one of the most annoying things to deal with in the past couple of weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Now, how Bungie can, you know, fix this problem, I have no idea. I've given up on Bungie trying to balance anything in this game. It's just, you know, there's nothing they can do. You know, I give up. You know, can we start a petition to bring Rumble back? Because I miss that game mode so much, bro. Bro, Rumble, look, we took Rumble for granted, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Rumble, like, for us, like, players that, like, you know, always got, like, screwed over by SBMM or something like that, Rumble was our safe haven. I mean, yeah, we probably played against, you know, other sweats too sometimes in Rumble, but for the most part, you know, we were chilling chilling. I'm over here thinking, yeah, you know what? There's Team Scorched. Like, you know what? What am I supposed to do in Team Scorched, bruh? Got me out here shooting a Scorch can like that's supposed to help me with my depression of playing this game, bruh. And I get sniped right out of spawn. I keep telling you, man, ever since skill base got put into this game, ever since, you know, the past 2 seasons have came out, but PvP has just been at the all-time, just, you know, levels of depression that I even knew could exist. Now, a lot of people are like, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. You're right. I really don't play this game as much as people think I do. I really don't. I mean, I do, but I mean, obviously I make videos on it and everything like that, and I do trials and whatever. Like, I like on Twitter, like, you know, whenever like a streamer or something, some kind of content creator like complains about like something in Destiny, someone like it usually be like the casuals that say, they're like, well, why don't you just go play another game? Like, said person hasn't like been making content on that game where they don't stream the game for a living. Like, come on now, let's use our brains. I just missed every shot. What the heck? Like, you know, let's pause, let's start over, and let's turn our brain on this time, and, you know, let's actually, like, you know, use a couple of brain cells. I know we've all lost our brain cells playing this game. I get it, you know what I'm saying? It's not too much to go around no more. But, yeah, outside that nonsense, we all know this game is goofy, but let me tell you about some foolery that happened at the gym, man. Most of us go to the gym, you know, we're relaxed, we're chilling, you know, we're getting our grind done. We are focused on what we are doing. Now, the thing with social media, right, it's so weird. People, I'm not going to sit here and say it's weird to record yourself in the gym, but some people take it to the next level. Now, I got a gym out in my neighborhood where I live at, and I went at like a different time than I normally do. Normally, I try to avoid, like, you know, the busiest times, which is normally around, like, you know, daytime, like 12 o'clock to probably like 5 o'clock is like the busiest time period. Normally, you'll catch me at the gym around like either super late at night, like 10 o'clock, or like super early in the morning around like 5 a.m. or some crazy junk. It's not necessarily I don't like dealing with other people in the gym, because there do be other guys that be up in there. It's just all the stupid people are more likely to be in the gym from like 12 to 5 o'clock during those little rush hour times, you know? So the other day, you know, I went to the gym a little bit early. It was probably around, like, I went at like 6 o'clock, right? Like right around 6. Oh, we already got a floater. We already got a floater up in the air, y'all boys. Whole different group of people I'm not used to seeing. I don't know nobody up in there, right? I had this little routine I do. So I go to the gym, I hit the stationary bike so I can get my little warm up in and everything like that, just so, you know, my muscles are warm and I don't, like, you know, pull a muscle or something crazy like that, right? This guy that's floating up in the air is gonna be the death of me. I promise you, we're already on disjunction. I will take another ban, I promise you. But look, I'm in the gym, right? I'm on the little stationary bike getting warmed up and everything like that, and this lady walks in recording. She has like a little what you call, not a like a selfie stick, but it's like a stick that you use to record, right? Or that you use to hold your camera to record, I should say. She has that, and then she has her dog with her for some random reason. Now, there's no specific rule that you can't bring, like, your dog in there technically, but there's also common sense that you don't stand in the middle of the highway on a bicycle to get hit by a car, you know what I'm saying? There's just common sense stuff that you just don't do. Now, I work at a hospital and everything like that, so I'm used to dealing with service animals all the time, and let me tell you something, this was by no means any kind of service animal. Let's go ahead and just get that the freak up out the way. Now, this is a full-blown mutt, all right? This is a mutt. This is an annoying animal, all right? It's an annoying animal that we're dealing with here. Untrained. The only thing it's trained to do is to bark when it needs to go potty, and that's it. So she comes in with her stinking stick and everything like that, recording, talking out loud. I guess she's like recording, or like, I don't know if she was live or something, but she was talking to like to some kind of like audience of some sort. Yeah, you're getting shot there. Yeah, get out of here, man. But she's talking to somebody or some people, or she's recording for something. I don't know. Comes over to where I'm at, and she's over here stressing that this whole area is hers during this time of day. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, bro. The one time I go at a different time, I get some Karen that started record for her freaking TikTok or something like that, right? I can't see. Holy. You know, so I politely told her, I politely told her that I was like, you know, hey, when I'm done, you know, you can have at it. I could care less, right? But I'm not finna sit here and move just because you got your little fancy stick out recording and everything like that. I could care less. Now, when I told her that, she sat there, went into a whole fit with her little camera talking about something. This is what happens every time I go to the gym, because people like this, men like you, when I give us women space to do our workout, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me, bro. Now, it seemed like she's like a regular occurrence within that time period of the gym because everybody else was kind of looking around. They were kind of motioning to me, kind of like, you know, like, hey, she normally does this, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, don't pay her no mind. Now here's the thing about me, man. I was raised by my mom and dad to have a backbone, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let anybody just talk to me any kind of way or walk over me just because, you know, they're throwing a little adult tantrum. Like, you're not gonna be 30 years old throwing a tantrum with me thinking that joke is finna slide, because I promise you, nah. You wanna act like a child, you gonna get treated like a child. And that goes with everybody. That goes with coworkers, my boss, random people I meet in public. It don't matter. All of y'all can get the same energy. And she's over here challenging my character and everything like that. Talk about something, I don't respect women, I don't respect, you know, females within my own personal life and everything like that. You know, just like, you know, just talking. Like, these people just talk, man. These crackheads, bro. They will just say anything just to get under your skin, I swear. And as soon as you retaliate, or not retaliate like physically, but as soon as you retaliate with their same energy, right, you know, replying to them, you know, matching their energy, it's just like, you know, you don't punch them in their face. Unless your name is on this gym and you own this thing in place, I'm not doing a goddamn thing. Thinking you finna throw a freaking tantrum at the age of 45 years old and think you're gonna get away with it. Yeah, alright, that's cute. I know some people were raised in this little bubble of zero accountability or like zero discipline where they can get whatever they want if they cry and yell loud enough, but that ain't how it work with me. Now here's the thing, she's not the only person like that in my neighborhood. There's at least like 30 other people that live out here that have her same kind of like Karen-esque complex. It's so weird. Now when I moved out here, I've been out here for about like I'd probably say like a year, maybe going on to. I moved out here after the whole pandemic situation started. First thing I did, I remember unloading everything out the car and everything like that, and holy, the enemy team is like all around that corner. Holy. Hold that, thank you. But I remember I went to the basketball court out here. When I went out there, I was just shooting around everything, and this guy stopped, right? He just stopped and he was staring at me. Hey y'all boys, now look, I am not the kind of person just to throw the race card out there left and right anytime something stupid happens. You know, that is not me. But let me tell you something, I swear on everything that is holy, if my pigmentation was a little bit lighter, they would not have said nothing. Bro, this man stops and stares at me. He's straight up like, oh, I've never seen you here before. You know, you're only supposed to be here if you live here, right? I was just like, bruh. Now look, I ain't saying these people is racist or anything like that, but they definitely got some issues for sure. Whatever it is, that's their business. I could care less. But I was like, yeah, I just moved out here, you know, quite literally today. You know, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And then like he tried me talking about, so well, you better not do no funny business out here. We're good, hardworking people. I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, this is the kind of timing we on, bro. This is how we feeling. Like this is really how we feeling out here. Talking about some we hardworking people out here. I'm like, man, shut up, dude. I work too. Don't even try me with that. Look, if someone tries to question whether you live somewhere or not, and then they want you to sit there and prove whether you live out there, unless it's either like the police or the actual like housing management out there. Specifically, I guess if you live in a like an apartment complex where you'll have like, you know, an actual like management out there. Under no circumstances do you sit there and take those people to where you live at. Now, if they try to follow you, that's one thing, but like do not sit there and like willfully tell them where you live. Do not give them no apartment number. Do not walk them to your door. Do not do none of that, because it's none of their business. And that's exactly what this man tried to do. He's over here demanding like, you know, my door number, my building number, and everything like that. I'm like, dude, get out of here, bro. These people are NPCs. I want you to understand that these people are NPCs that act like this. Do not give them any more power than they think they already have. They have zero power over you. As soon as you try to fold to their will, just to, like, because I know a lot of people, they're not confrontational, right? They don't like confrontation. They don't want to deal, you know, with anybody, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to like piss off anyone, right? You have to match their energy. I mean, you have to. You gotta like, you know, be on some like no BS kind of mood with them. I'm not gonna fold. I'm not gonna bend to your will. I'm gonna stand there like a goddamn concrete wall, and you're gonna have to physically force me to, you know, get any kind of information on me. And I promise you, the day someone tries to do that is the day I end up in jail. Let someone put let one of these Karens or someone's uncle try to sit there and you know, physically try me, bro. I promise you. The next video that you see of me is gonna be me in jail telling you about the story time. I promise you. Now here's the thing, verbal stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, you know, there's the whole saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's to a degree, you know what I'm saying? I will only let so much slide. Say with me at my job, I already have it mentally prepared within me that if I get hit with the hard R, I'm losing my job, because I am not letting that person just get away with it. I'm sorry. I know there's the whole be a bigger person thing, but you know, that bigger person thing only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta tell people about themselves. And I'm one of them people. If you catch me, it's not even like you caught me on the wrong day. You caught the right one on the wrong day. That's what it's gonna be. I remember in elementary school, right? There was like these little preppy, like little kids that used to try to bother me all the time, right? And you know, for the most part, you know, I told my parents about it. You know, my mom, she came up to the school, told the teachers about it. But you know, back, you know, even when you do that though, like teachers, there's a reason like why like kids are the way they are in school. Because it's just not enough. Like the school just doesn't do enough when it comes to people who are getting bullied or people who are just like, you know, kids that get like messed with, like, you know, by other kids. And it's just not enough is really done. So in our gym class, you know, back in elementary school, what the teacher would make us do, we would have to run like this big old field. So there was like the court, and then you would run around like this little tree, run around the field, and then you would come back down this hill, right? I don't want to say it was like a blind spot necessarily, but it was like a spot where like the teacher, you know, couldn't really like, you know, see all the time, right? Because the teacher could only focus. I mean, it was like a bunch of kids out there. It was like 50 of us out there. The teacher can't watch all of us. So I remember that morning, I remember going to class one day and they kept bothering me, right? You know, they was saying they were taking my pencils and, you know, taking my book bag and whatever like that. I kept telling the teacher, but she over here just like, you know, just blowing it off and whatever. At least that's what it felt like. You know, she said like, hey, you know, don't mess with, you know, don't mess with so-and-so. But I mean, look, when we go out to like, you know, the gym or something like that, where there's like, you know, little to like zero, like, you know, full supervision, you know, 24/7, stupidity is just bound to happen. I remember I was like, you know what, I applied it. I was in class and I was playing. I knew we had gym class that day. And I was just like, you know what? When we go out to that field to run those laps, I'm gonna fuck these little niggas up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We went out to the field, right? We get to that little blind spot where everybody was at. I kind of ran a little bit slow because they was already teasing me. I was like, I bet. I had it all calculated because I already know it was by the time the teacher found out, it was gonna take him at least a good 45 seconds just to get over there. And 45 seconds is all I needed to get my licks in. Dude's name was Tommy. I'm not losing to somebody named Tommy. I ain't gonna lie. But I knew one's name was Tommy. The other dude's name was like Matthew. And then I forgot the other kid's name. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was like Indian or something like that. I ain't gonna lie. But nonetheless, they caught the smoke. So as soon as we got to that little blind spot, you know, they kept trying like to trip me and everything like that. Turned around, grabbed one by his shirt, flung him to the ground and everything. And I remember specifically Matthew, he caught, bro, when I tell you I hit this kid with the swiftest backhand combo. And it's so funny, right? Whenever like you fight somebody that has never actually gotten their tail whooped before, they try to do this thing when they're getting hit. They're trying like to grab you and like push you at the same time. It's so weird. But when I tell you, once I backhanded him, he tried to grab me. As soon as he went to grab me, bro, I freaking picked him up by his waist and freaking stone cold goddamn WWE slammed him into the dirt, bro. I was on that. I was on the timing. And the other Indian kid that was there, he didn't really do nothing. I just pushed him to the ground and I started wailing on the other two little kids. That joke was so funny. The gym coach, he over there running over there, he pulling us all off each other and everything. But that joke was so funny, dog. So some people don't learn unless you kick their tail. But if someone is able to physically bully you, and the only thing they get is like a verbal, like, you know, I guess like a reprimand or something like that, that's not gonna do nothing, bro. I'll tell you right now, my kids, they is gonna know how to throw hands, bro. If I have kids, they all of them gonna throw hands. Girl, boy, it don't matter. They're gonna know how to throw hands. I guarantee that. You said little Timmy did what to you at school? I bet we get into the gym. Let's go ahead. Let's hit the boxing bag right quick. Let me show you a couple combos I learned. Now, I'm not sitting here condoning violence and everything like that, but if you want to sit there and, like, you know, be on that kind of timing with somebody else, do not be surprised when you get folded up and packed up. Alright, let me chill, man. But look, I had a lot of fun making this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that little story time, man. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Well, until next time, y'all boys, y'all be easy out there. You guys have a good holiday weekend, and I will catch you in the next one, man.